Hi, welcome to the Mohua show. My name is Mohua Chinappa and I am an author, entrepreneur and ex-housewife. This podcast is about everything from business to technology to arts to lifestyle, but done and spoken ईमानदारी से. Hi, in today's episode, we have a special treat for you. We are joined by Neelima Singh and Vineeta Ahlawat, the dynamic duo behind FC Fettle Crave, a nutrition and wellness company that is changing the game in the industry. These two women have a combined experience of over a decade in the field of nutrition and wellness, but their journey to becoming experts in the field is not just about education, but also about personal transformation. They both made the decision to change their lifestyle and improve their own health, and in the process, they discovered a passion for helping others do the same. How wonderful is that? So with FC Fettle Crave, they are on a mission to empower people to take control of their health and achieve sustainable wellness. Sustainable wellness is the key word. Very few of us can manage sustainably to remain healthy and keep on the wellness track because most of us fall off in between. But FC Kettle does this. They understand the importance of tailoring nutrition advice to the individual. Again, very, very important. And their team of qualified nutrition coaches are dedicated to helping clients achieve their health goals in a realistic and sustainable way. And as a company run by female entrepreneurs, we know, of course, that's going to be successful. And with a majority female workforce, they're proving that women can succeed in any field they set their minds to. We have no doubts about that. So stay tuned as we dive deeper into the world of FC Fettle Crave and the inspiring story of Neelima and Vineeta. So welcome, Neelima. First, we begin with your questions and then we are going to go to Vineeta. So Neelima, the first question that comes to me is that tell us about your personal journey and how did it lead to the formation of FC Fettle Crave?
Hi, Mohua. And first of all, I would like to thank you for, considering worthy enough to give us this opportunity and to let us pour our hearts out so that, maybe we could inspire a bunch of women at least out there. So, after completing my economics honors and MBA in finance, I started working in a multinational. So it was a Monday 9 to 6 kind of a job. But there was always something going inside my head that, this is not what I wanted to do. बचपन से ही मतलब ऐसा कुछ था कि मैं, I do something wherein I could help people. But वो क्या था? I had, no idea about it. So, but, after having my daughter and my own struggle to lose weight, I developed an interest in the relationship between food and your body. For all these years, we've been listening कि पतला रहना है तो कम खाना है और ज्यादा खाओगे तो मोटा हो जाओगे. But, ऐसा नहीं है. This is not how our body works. And then I started getting deep into science and I realized that so many wrong practices are being followed. People are being taught wrong by a bunch of quasi-nutrition coaches. It is then that we came up with this thought that, we need more educated and more qualified people in the nutrition industry who give logical and adaptable eating guidance to people. And the focus should shift from losing fat to getting more healthy. Because if you're healthy, your weight would automatically be at an ideal level.
So Neelima, ये बहुत ज़्यादा treacherous वाला road है. मतलब being healthy and being, not looking at it from the fat perspective is not something I think the world is really geared to look at. Considering ऐसा bombardment होता है हमें, of all sorts of advertising, films and, models and, you go into a store, most of the clothes that you would really want to wear are all built for a model body size. And yes, today there is a company called Bliss Club that I'm a big fan of and I, where they have track pants and they have, sports and fitness gear, which is for the bigger women, right? I'm very fascinated to understand, what set me talking to you is the sustainability part. क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो डाइटिंग शुरू करते हैं, कोई ना कोई, जैसे आपने अभी कहा, क्वाजी न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट जो आते हैं और आपको कहते हैं भैया आज आप पूरी जिंदगी खाते हुए आए हो, चावल वो बंद कर दो और कोई और खाना स्टार्ट करो. सो ये जो challenge है, ये मेरे ख्याल से you faced post pregnancy and then you were motivated to pursue a career in nutrition. तो थोड़ा सा हमारे सुनने वालों को आप बताएं कि ये किस तरीके से ये जो एक mental game है हमारे साथ और साथ में health को optimum रखना है, कैसे इस चीज से हम मैनेज करें इस चैलेंज को?
Mohua, being a woman, you are going to be body shamed. पतले हो तो लोग बोलेंगे कि कुछ नहीं खाते हो, कैसी हालत होगी है. मोटे हैं तो भी बोलेंगे. So I think a women body is meant to be body shamed in some or the other way. But what happened with me was after a year of getting married, जैसे कोई भी मिडिल क्लास फैमिली की एक्सपेक्टेशंस होती है कि गो हैव अ बेबी नाउ. सो all that started after a year of getting married. But I wasn't really ready for it because मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि I haven't achieved what I wanted to. Maybe I wasn't earning enough, I thought, and maybe I wasn't ready for a baby now. But then I was told कि बच्चे तो रिक्शा वाले भी पैदा कर लेते हैं और पाल ही लेते हैं, तो तुम तो फिर भी ठीक ठाक कमा लेते हो. एंड कमिंग फ्रॉम अ मिडिल क्लास फैमिली, ऐसा भी मैंने सुना कि काम नहीं भी करोगे, सो यूर अ वुमेन, काम नहीं भी करोगे तो चलेगा, पति कमा तो रहा ही है. And you know that in an Indian household, it is not easy to work. But in the middle of all this chaos, I gave birth to my daughter, and then things changed. Working became even more difficult for me. I was constantly running the entire day, and I always felt exhausted. I had no energy since beginning of the day itself. My work was hampered. In office also, I was started being considered as an inefficient employee. But I never knew that I was never inefficient. And the changing point in my life was when मेरे daughter होने के बाद, after around 7 months of my maternity leave, when I joined office, I was looking, I don't know how I was looked at, but people started, some of the people, they didn't even recognize me. They were like, are you the same Neelima जिसको हम daughter होने से पहले मिले थे? I looked so different. I stopped wearing western clothes because मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि लोग बोलेंगे कि जीन्स पहनोगी तो फट जाओगी. These were literally some of the things which people were talking at my back. And job मुझसे, it was getting difficult for me to work, घर मैनेज करना, बाहर मैनेज करना, ऊपर से ये सब taunts from which I was hearing at the back of myself. So what I did was I just quit my job. I was somehow not able to balance everything. So, I just decided that I think I should just leave my job, sit at home और बच्चा ही पाल लूं. मुझे लगा शायद वो ही मैं कर सकती हूँ. But, since childhood, I was always an ambitious girl. My father had been my motivating guide throughout. He is the encouragement of my life. He told me कि अब कहाँ गया तुम्हारा ambition? And that women are known for balancing both home and work. And you can also do it. So why do you want to quit? Why do you want to, just be a housewife? And then, with the support of my father and my husband, I lifted myself up again. I studied. I applied that knowledge on my own body, transformed myself, completed my education about nutrition science. And here I am, learning each day and preaching what I've learned to more people, so that more women and more men also can get empowered, and maybe they're not body shamed. And not only for being body shamed, your size is not only मतलब मोटे हो तो ठीक है, body shaming तो हो ही रही है, but it is making you unhealthy also. तो किसी और के body shaming taunts को ना सुनो उसकी वजह से नहीं, but you need to be healthy, you need to be fit, so that your body is disease free. So that's what motivated me to change myself. And then this is what I want to preach. And yes, this is how I want to pursue my career.
This was so heartfelt. I'm just so completely enamored with the way you've spoken about this. So आप थोड़ा सा मुझे अपने future plans और goals के बारे में बताएं, FC Fettle Crave के बारे कि how do you see the company growing and evolving in the coming years?
Since you've mentioned in the beginning that it's a women-led company, and we've been hiring more and more women nutritionists. So we continue to hire more women nutritionists. Nothing, no bad feelings against men, but yes, we want to encourage more women. क्योंकि see, if I talk from business point of view, I believe and I feel that women are more loyal. Maybe, I mean that's my personal belief. And जब एक औरत घर में अपने काम को छोड़ के बाहर आती है, so उसको बहुत सारी चीजें उसकी expectations ही अलग होती है when she comes leaving her husband or leaving her daughter or maybe a boy at home. वो बाहर आती है तो उसकी मल्टीपल थॉट्स होते हैं. एक कि उसको पैसे कमाने हैं, दूसरा उसको एक ऐसा वर्किंग एनवायरनमेंट मिले कि वो अपने सारे प्रॉब्लम्स भूल जाए. हर विमेन को कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम है घर में, मे बी पर्सनल, मे बी फिजिकल, और मे बी एनी अदर थिंग. सो वी बिलीव कि हम उनको एक ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट भी दें, सो दैट वी एज अ कंपनी ऑल्सो ग्रो. एंड मे बी इवन इफ आई कुड हेल्प 10 women grow, I would feel that is what I've achieved. And Fettle Crave aims at empowering women and empowering uh, every person who wants to move towards a healthy lifestyle, giving them knowledge, giving them education, giving them enough information so that they can sustain that healthy level towards which we've taken them to. That's what our aim is.
हाउ अमेजिंग नीलिमा नीलिमा बट एक थोड़ा सा हमारे सुनने वालों के लिए बताएं कि हाउ डू यू हैंडल क्रेविंग्स, क्योंकि जब क्रेविंग होती है ना तब तो मन नहीं करता है वो एप्पल खाने के लिए या कोई एक हेल्थी फ्रूट। क्रेविंग जब होता है तो तब मन करता है अपने फ्रिज को रेड करो, जो जो खाना आपको खाना नहीं चाहिए। तो इसको किस तरीके से मैनेज किया जाए?
Very rightly saying this, yes, cravings are a tough thing to combat. But you know, Mohua, cravings occur only when our hunger and satiety hormones aren't working well. So, you know, it all boils down to the activity of hormones in your body. We have hunger hormone which tells us कि एक अंदर से आवाज आती है कि अच्छा अभी भूख लगी है कुछ खा लो. So it's nothing but a hormone which is, you know, echoing from inside कि अभी कुछ खा लो. And then there's a satiety hormone which tells us that अच्छा ठीक है अभी we are full so you should stop eating now. So cravings occur only when these hormones aren't working well. If you limit your food intake or you're not eating right, then cravings will definitely occur. So, you know, what I do is I make saturated fats a regular part of my meals. So I feel satiated in terms of my food. And, you know, I don't have cravings. I really don't have any cravings then. So it's about how, you know, what all incorporations you do in your daily meals. That is what is going to decide whether you crave or you don't.
Can you just explain for our listeners, what do you mean by saturated fats?
So by saturated fats, I mean the pure form of fats, you know, namely ghee, butter, coconut oil, fresh cream, cheese, घर का बना हुआ मक्खन is also a part of saturated fat. So, you know, if your meals are full of fats, you will be able to go for at least 2 to 3 hours without any cravings.
How do you handle social situations that may involve unhealthy food and drinking options? बहुत बार ऐसा देखा जाता है कि आप एक डाइट में हो पर आपको कोई ना कोई एक इम्पोर्टेंट फंक्शन आ ही जाता है और वहां पे जाके हम लोग खा ही लेते, तो what is it that people need to do the next day?
तो इसके लिए मेरे पास एक ही जवाब है, NO, no. और no सिर्फ एक शब्द ही नहीं, in itself it is a complete sentence. So, you know, you have to learn to say no. And, you know, if you know that something is going to harm your body, then why do you even want to have it? So it's all about mind game. See, in terms of food, so if I tell you that you're going to a wedding, so there are multiple options. And we teach our clients that what is good and which food is going to cause what effect to your body. So मेरे जो clients हैं उनको पता है कि out of a bunch of food items that you have, what all he should choose or what all he or she shouldn't choose. So उनको पता है. But, you know, there are some people, अगर उनको ऐसा लगता है that, you know, by holding a glass of wine, it doesn't really make you a part of that circle. So it's all about mind game. It's about who you are, which makes you a part of that social gathering and not whether you are taking part of that drinking options or not. So it depends upon you and what you choose for yourself. So you should learn to say no in that case.
So, well, here is for our listeners. The word and the sentence is no from Neelima, which isn't easy. But yes, I shall also incorporate the word no on a more regular basis after listening to you. Let's now just move to Vineeta Ahlawat. Vineeta, आपके साथ सबसे पहला सवाल मेरा है, can you tell us a little about your background and how you became interested in the field of nutrition?
Hi, Mohua. It's been a pleasure talking to you and would really appreciate for providing this opportunity to discuss about nutrition and how I started my journey in this field. After completing my master's and serving in various companies, I always felt कि कुछ तो लाइफ में ऐसा करें जो सबके फेवर में हो और आप सोसाइटी को सर्व कर सकें. Luckily, I live in a family where everyone is concerned about health and can give priority to their fitness. और यहीं से स्टार्ट होती है मेरी न्यूट्रिशन जर्नी, क्योंकि fitness is incomplete in absence of nutrition. So instead of partially implementing something in my life, I decided to grab all the knowledge, and Corona period provided me that opportunity to complete my education in the field of nutrition.
Amazing. Now just tell me a little bit about Fettle Crave. How is it different from other nutrition companies?
Well, Mohua, आप कुछ भी अचीव करें, but success enjoy करने के लिए health का सही होना सबसे ज्यादा important है. And Fettle Crave believes that nutrition is not a day need, it's a part of life. So we really focus on structural need of a human being, because then we feed our body what it actually requires rather than experimenting any crash courses. our next motive is to educate our client so that they get sustainable results. And finally, that is what matters a lot.
We also want to know a little bit about the success you've seen with your clients and how do you measure, progress and success?
Success is when your client says कि विनीता तुमने हमें लाइफ का वो मंत्र सिखाया कि हम हर दिन एंजॉय करते हैं और तुम्हें थैंक्स करते हैं. And we measure progress when client says, I love you because my thyroid is cured, and that's what happened with me also. One of my clients, she called me up one day and she told me this thing, कि विनीता या तो मैंने अपने हस्बैंड को लव यू बोला है या आज मैं आपको ये वर्ड बोल रही हूँ, and the reason is my thyroid is cured and I'm completely जो एक ट्रॉमा रहता है कि नहीं अभी मुझे लाइफ भर पिल्स के साथ रहना पड़ेगा, सो आई एम आउट ऑफ दिस ट्रॉमा.
सो मेरे को एक सवाल जो आता है ना, आपके जो एक्सपीरियंस एज ए फीमेल एंटरप्रेन्योर इन द हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस इंडस्ट्री, कोई चैलेंजेस होती है? बिकॉज ज्यादातर इंडस्ट्रीज में देखा जाता है कि एक तो औरतों के साथ निगोशिएशंस बहुत आराम से लोग कर लेते हैं व्हेन इट कम्स टू पेइंग ऑफ फीस, एंड जो और भी बहुत सारे प्रोफेशंस है जहाँ पे ये निगोशिएशन होती ही नहीं है. जैसे आप कोई डॉक्टर के पास जाओ या कोई इंजीनियर के पास जाओ तो उसके साथ तो कोई निगोशिएशन होता ही नहीं है फीस का, बट कोई आर्टिस्ट के साथ जाओ या कोई न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट के पास जाओ हमेशा लगता है कि शायद ये ज्यादा ले रहे हैं. ये एक अजीब सा माइंडसेट है और लोग बहुत बार हैगल भी करते हैं. तो आप हमारे सुनने वालों को बताएं कि किस तरीके की चैलेंजेस वो फेस करेंगे इन केस कोई हमारे सुनने वालों में से न्यूट्रिशन और वेलनेस इंडस्ट्री में जाना चाहते हैं, एंड व्हाट इज इट दैट दे नीड टू कीप इन माइंड.
एग्री विद यू महुआ, बट होता क्या है कि you should be confident enough and knowledgeable enough to deal such kind of people, because you have invested in your education. It's a kind of investment. And what we actually tells our client, see, if you are taking nutrition as an expense, it's not an expense, it's an investment. If you have clinical things associated with you, then it becomes an expense. So being a female entrepreneur, what we believe that it's always good to take challenges in our life. Otherwise, the struggle is equal for a male candidate too if knowledge is incomplete. So just work on it, keep updated yourself, and enjoy the challenges of your life.
Thank you so much for being in today's podcast. And, before we end, this is for my listeners. If they want to get in touch with you, which includes me, to get into their space where they feel more energetic, healthier, and probably want to fit into that same jeans that they felt that they would want to wear, we don't know what would be that trigger that gets a person to get down to adopting a completely healthy lifestyle, जो बिल्कुल भी आसान तो होता नहीं है. And how do they get in touch with you?
So, Mohua, we are available on Instagram. Our website is active by the name of fcfettlecrave.in. So we are available. Our contact numbers are there. So, maybe they could ping us on Instagram. They could ping us through our website channel. Or, if somebody would like to just come and see, they can meet us in our Gurgaon office. The address is right there on our website. And our numbers are also there on the website if, somebody wants to just get in touch with us.
And another good news for our, listeners is that soon we would be launching our app and food services soon, so that we can give a complete solution to our clients.
So I'm the first one who's going to sign up because I will be in Delhi for 20 days in the month of February, so that I come back to Bangalore totally, in a new shape.
Transformed Mohua.
Transformed Mohua. Absolutely. Bang on to that. And thank you so much for being on today's podcast. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mama.
To you, our dearest listeners, you can find us on your favorite streaming services, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, and of course on all other major streaming services. With loads of love, we are The Mohua Show, where we talk ईमानदारी से.